Welcome back, everyone. Hello, hello. We are in our galaxy. We are massive, and no one likes us. Is basically the idea. Yep. They are all disloyal, and we have no way of improving relations with them. Oh, yes, we do. Wait, why couldn't I assign my envoys earlier then? Oh, there we go. Yeah, accept, because it'll also make us stronger, in my opinion. I think what we're going to definitely do is use one of these guys to get on these guys' good side. Alright, so here we go. Now we gotta see what happens. Now we're producing our first ship. We do have the Giga structures, so those are now available. I don't know. I think this will make it. Let's do guaranteed. Yeah, sure. The appear will always spawn after mid game. Ooh, the Cybrex. Perfect. I don't know if we can. Yeah, we can't mess with any of this stuff, sadly. And this is Galactic Core. This option inactive. The Birch World. What is this one? Activate. This option will force. And this is what, random? Yeah, let's stick to random. I think we'll do all that. Enable preset. So confirm settings. All right. So we're not gonna mess around too much with that. We're gonna hopefully get this expanded really quickly because we need to be here. Before anybody else gets out. Otherwise, this is going to be very difficult for us. Yes, that's fine. Pause. Alright, so we have our anomaly. Right now we are ranked number 4, but we are not that strong right now. We need way more alloys, and unfortunately we can't do anything about that currently. We just have to let our alloy production go. Now these guys are all overwhelming to us, unfortunately, so we are going to have to build this fleet up really quickly. And I'm just going to basically bump this to 50. So that is our goal, to fill that fleet. Now, our construction ship is getting ready to move over here. We can't colonize, but we can take territory. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm going to take this and keep these guys from expanding out completely, because we don't want them to be too big compared to us. Now we do definitely need more fleet power. It's unfortunate that we don't have a bigger fleet power, but not much we can do about that right now. Or we need more fleet, but unfortunately we can't do anything right now. So we have 0 population, makes sense. Sure.
Situation log updated.
That's great. So our members, yeah, we're definitely nowhere near the strongest at all in any way. We are working on certain things, but that's fine. The Combine of Pros now has a very large minority that has embraced xenophilia, not only as an idea but in practice. It is no longer unusual to see mixed species couples in the cities of the Combine Pros. This means that the xenophilic philosophy is now firmly entrenched. However, due to persistent, apparently unresolved difficulties in making genetic codes and reproductive organs, in some cases compatible with each other, this has hit the birth rate, which is fine. We don't really care about that. Now, we can't do anything here yet. Again, we're trying to improve relations with some of these guys to make it so we're doing better. It's going to take a little bit to build up our fleet while we can. Because each of these guys have 152 in their fleet. But they are just corvettes. We do not have... Now, they do have higher damage output than us, which is the unfortunate thing. We do not... We only have 9.38, so that is a little rougher. But we are slowly building up our fleet, which is what we like to see. And we get a lot of resources from them for free. So we're going to sell almost all of this. And we're going to basically buy alloys like crazy. Because that's what we need, is we need alloys. We don't care about much else because, honestly, we don't need much else. So, once you're done, we're going to take this system over. Now, he has a science ship here, which is ahead of us, unfortunately, but he doesn't have a construction ship here yet, so we're okay. Leaner has gained a level. Cool. We're building up our fleet, so we're starting to gain on these guys in fleet power, which is actually what we want. They are now considered inferior to us, so they will no longer be a problem for us at this point. Basically, we're just going to sell the majority of our minerals and spend them and invest them in alloys at this point, because we don't need most of these resources. Now, we've got diplomacy already, so I think we're going to do the Federation fleet thing. We're going to finish up diplomacy, and then we're going to go very much towards military stuff for the time being. Let's continue to reinforce this fleet as much as possible. We, again, don't want these guys to be a problem for us. We need to be bigger than they are. As we are the overlords of this Federation, we want to make sure that we can go ahead and take this stuff. Now, we're going to survey that system next. I'm going to take this system so we can build in it. And we're just going to kind of expand slowly. Now, we are currently working on our relations with a lot of these guys. They do slowly become loyal. Because once we have a bigger fleet than they are. No, wait. Okay. We've recently deployed an outpost beacon in a new obsolete system. Our main station is ready to jump there. Well, no. Closest Federation. Yeah, we'll transfer it. That's fine. So we actually have no reason at all to work on any of this stuff. That is interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, just to get a colony ship is going to be a pain in the ass. So we actually don't want to construct anything, it looks like, at this point. That should be fascinating to see how things go, honestly. Let's continue to sell our minerals as we don't need them. And continue to buy up more and more for this. So these guys become more loyal to us due to the fact of basically our power to them. The stronger we are, the less they are likely to rebel. Now we have really low science, which is unfortunate. I don't know if this is also provided to us from our allies or not. Getting research agreements with them might be a good idea as we go through. However, I don't think we can. Okay, so we need to send someone there. Research that, that's fine. So we are currently working with... Who are we working to improve relations with? You. Okay. Oh, okay, so we get their research either way. Alright, perfect. And we don't need a migration treaty because there's nothing we can do anyways. So we legit just have to build up our fleet at this point. That is our goal. Alright, that I can work with. So we don't need the anchorage right now. I will take the orbital research stations, because that's definitely going to help us out a lot. I think otherwise a ship or 2 shipyards might be a good idea there. And then we'll save up till we get our next thing of you. Plus another 125. We'll continue to upgrade this with
technology secured.
Let's do blue lasers, please, because we can upgrade our fleet slowly that way. That gives us more research. I definitely think another thing of research is going to be helpful to us. Repair facility, yes, we'll get that built. Now we can continue. Ooh, what's going on? Yeah, sure, I'll take a migration treaty, whatever. We're gonna continue building these guys up. Jesus, we are climbing in with so many things here. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, at this point it is 100% gonna come down to we need more fleet power. We want them to be really weak compared to us. We'll finish up our Federation stuff. We'll work on the market because we're gonna need the market stuff.
System charted.
And we can jump systems if we need to.
Technology secured.
At this point, the only reason to have scientists is just so that way we can increase our research. And we can't upgrade this yet, so another big thing will be getting our star holds upgraded, in my opinion. So we'll need to look at that really early on. We are capped on resources, and we have 3 people feeding into us. I want a resource silo just in case. Now, influence-wise, I don't really care about that. That's not a big thing. Available envoys would be big. And then fortifying the borders might be a big one. Oh, we can do this as well. Okay, for the Federation. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, so we got some options here. Perfect. Thought police.
Technology secure.
Alright, let's continue on. In the early game, it's going to be a little light, you know, as is every Stellaris playthrough. But later on, we should be alright. And now, who is the most powerful currently? So they have the most power, which is unfortunate. And a lot of their power is coming from, it looks like their, yeah. We're actually low because, again, most of ours is just from the Federation itself and then building up our fleet. Let's sell you
Star
again.
system charted.
And buy more of you. Alright, go ahead and survey that system. And we'll continue to increase our fleet size. So big technologies are anything that will upgrade our fleet, and anything that will strengthen us overall. Again, these guys, as they get relative power compared to us, they're going to be weaker. So, like, these guys are considered pathetic. However, economically and stuff, they're going to be much higher than us as time goes on. Which, again, no big issue for us. Long term, we should be fine. Okay. We're going to continue buying more of the fleet and building it up until we're at our capacity. Oh, man. So I am kind of curious to see how this thing ends up, to be honest. I want to see how this works with this overall, you know? Intriguing. So we found a new spacefaring race. Okay. I am kind of curious to see, like, okay, what will we be doing as we go through this entire series? So the anomalies we can't do anything about. We can't research these guys. That's their job. We are starting to gain on our XP, which is good because we've got 5 envoys signed here. I'm going to assign all my envoys here because there's no reason otherwise not to. And this should increase our XP by a lot as we go forward. Plus 2.85, yeah. So the higher we get in that, the better we're off. Let's continue to sell our minerals as best we can. Because we don't need any of this stuff yet. And we're just going to continue to buy more and more alloys. Because we don't need any of the rest of this stuff. In fact, to be honest, I can probably set up a trade of, let's say, we'll sell 50 a month at 1. Monthly trade price too high. Okay, that's fine. I mean, right now, the minerals aren't selling for much, but that's fine. Because now it's at 0.60, as you can kind of see. So it just means I have to manually buy it. Let's finish up our market fees so we can get that down. We are finding the Ada aliens. Now, we can't study other aliens at this point. We have to rely on our allies to do that, which makes it even more interesting. So, we are going to just have to continue as we are. Alright, let's sell our food, sell our consumer goods, and we're just going to continue buying up more allies because we can. Alright, we're almost at full strength too, which also helps us a lot with keeping these people much more loyal to us.
Star system charted.
Alright, more systems are being charted, our guys are expanding. Game is going well, I'm happy with this, and our science is increasing slowly. Perfect. Okay, so we have found another species, and they are already pathetic to us. Now, let me see something. So, I can declare war on them, but we can't invite them into the Empire yet. Okay, that's good to know. I can demand their vassalization, but they're going to say no. That's interesting. Okay.
Technology
That might be a
secured.
fun way of doing things, is making people vassalize under us. Plus 5% research speed, definitely. Alright, again, we are selling so many minerals at this point that it is hard to keep up the trade.
Receiving communications.
What do you want? Yeah, I'll take more. We gained even more research, good. We don't need to worry about that. Let's worry about that. We don't need trade power at this point because that's not a big issue for us. This would give us what?
Technology secured.
Produces energy. I don't really need it. We'll take the nanite dispensary and see what happens. So we did get that. Let's go ahead and now save up to upgrade these guys. It's going to be expensive to upgrade a lot of times, so that's going to be the biggest issue here. We're definitely going to have to rely a lot more on these boys. Why did you get, yeah, unassigned? That's weird. Yes, assign you. Okay, well, whatever. We're just going to let them upgrade for right now. Takes a little bit, but it should be alright. Shipyard is doing its thing. We can create assault units, which is fine. Let's also add another one. So we'll sell consumer goods. We make 5. Let's sell it for a 1-to-1 ratio. And we'll do the same thing for food. We're going to sell... How much do we make? We make 10, so we'll sell for 9 at a 1-to-1 ratio. And it'll just continue to increase everything as far as our cash capacity goes, which is always useful at this point. Alright, and that is another episode. Thank you all for watching.